Hi, I'm Lisa.
And I'm Jeremiah.
And we just bought a boat. Yay! Hi, and welcome to our channel. My name is Lisa.
And I'm Jeremiah.
And we are the Nomads on deck.
We just bought ourselves a 1976 36-foot trawler. It's a motor yacht that we are going to be living on. And we're going to give you guys a quick tour.
So come aboard and let's start the tour. But first, don't forget to subscribe and follow us along in our social media. And we just bought a boat. Yay!
So come aboard and we'll give you guys a quick tour.
Welcome to our home. There's Captain Jeremiah. So right now the tide is kind of high, so it's kind of difficult to get on the boat.
So here we are at the stern of the boat. Right here we have a swim platform with two ladders, one ladder to get down to it and then one ladder that goes into the water. And because we have two dogs with us, we're gonna have to have a safety net that goes all the way around the boat, just for safety so that they don't fall into the water and they kind of have better footing. So if you come with me, we'll go up topside here. All right, so right up here we have two lazarettes, one on either side of this upper helm station. And both of these double as seating and storage. And then if you come up here, in front of the captain's chair, we have the transmission here, and then the throttle is there because we do have two engines. We have our chart plotter here, and I'm going to be putting our iPad over here into this corner as an external secondary chart plotter. And then we have our bimini top that we're not going to open up right now, but it's blue. This is just a storage box that we're going to probably replace with a big fat cooler one day. So let's go down and forward. All right, guys, so right here we get a lot of questions about how we get electricity on the boat. Right here is our ship to shore. This is our shore power line that it's 220 volt and it just plugs right into the side of the boat, which goes into the lower helm station you can see through the window here, and that gets routed to our inverter to charge our batteries and everything else. Now this power is only good for us when we're here at the marina. When we're out at anchor, we're going to have to be pulling from those batteries as well as from our solar panels. So come forward with me. Right here is where we fill up our water tanks, and then this is where we can, one of the locations where we can empty some of our waste from our black tanks, because we do have two heads on board. We have one that's right here and then one that's at the rear. So we actually have two black tanks. Here we have the windlass, which is what pulls our anchor in and out of the water. And we have got two anchors. We have one Danforth here, and then we have one sand anchor up here. And it's kind of customary / good luck to name your anchors. So this is Danny the Danforth and Sandy the sand anchor. Nice and creative.
This is also our Titanic platform. I always stand there and I say, "I'll never let go, Jack." And I start singing the song, and he hates it.
The first 100 times was cute. After that, it's a little tired. All right, so let's go around this side. So these were all just pinholes, but it was raining one day and water was just pouring in through a lot of these holes. So I had to take the opportunity to close all these as quickly as I could. And it's a little bit messy still, but it is dry and it's ready to be sanded. I'm just gonna leave it a little bit high for now. And then that way when it comes time to paint it in a couple months, we'll be ready to go.
We started putting the floor in and it started pouring rain, which we found that a lot of our windows are leaking. So we had to rush, have buckets everywhere. So now that it stopped raining, Jeremiah's gonna go clean the boat around, and tomorrow we're gonna go and see what holes we're missing and cover that with fiberglass or Bondo or whatever.
So this is how we get our water in the marina. This is just your standard garden hose that's hooked up to our plumbing system. This feeds into our freshwater holding tank, and then our sinks and toilets and showers pull from that tank. Right now it's on bypass, so it actually comes straight from the hose to all of our appliances like our sinks and our showers. But we can also fill our tanks with this hose. So once we're out at anchor, we're gonna have to be very cautious of how much water we're using, our consumption, and how easy it's gonna be to get it, because this boat does not have a water maker on it. So we're going to be having a couple of the 6-gallon jerry cans, the blue ones that I'm sure you guys have seen, as well as our 150 gallons on board. And the blue jerry cans are just more like an emergency thing that we can take those to shore in the dinghy to refill. And here's our 250 watt solar panel that actually came with the boat. We will be upgrading and adding a couple more hard panels and a few flexible soft panels that we can put right underneath the upper helm at the bow of the boat. And because this boat is older, it did come with a marine AC, which did not work for like 15 years. And the previous owner put in this, just a standard shaker unit for a house that for us so far it works great. I might be upgrading this to a little bit quieter of a unit that doesn't really make as much noise, because it is kind of hard to hear when it's on. So we're about to go inside and sweat a little bit because it's got to be off for you to hear us. After you. All right guys, so right now we're in the living room. It's not much to look at right now because it's raw plywood right now and no flooring is down or anything like that, but we are in the process of redoing everything. We have peel and stick vinyl wallpaper that's going to be moisture resistant for us, that we're going to put all the way around the walls here. We have new waterproof flooring, as well as our lower helm station here, so I can actually drive the boat from inside if the weather is bad. And we do have these window coverings that we made yesterday. That is just the Reflectix. It's like a foil paper bubble wrap that we put up on the windows with some Velcro, and that just keeps out the heat so that when we're here during the heat of the day like right now, we're not dying. And we are in the process of making realistic window coverings, but this is just a temporary thing to get us through for now.
Okay, so now it's my turn. So this is the other side of the living room. Again, it's not huge, but we're gonna have a couch that we're gonna make ourselves, and hopefully we're gonna be able to open it and turn that into a bed. Probably a full-size bed, not a queen because that would be too big. This is the wonderful AC that we have right now, which is super noisy. I'm sure you can hear it, but it is too hot, we can't turn it off. So we are gonna paint the walls, and we're gonna also use peel and stick, and we're gonna make sure this is super pretty with the new flooring and everything. Here, we still don't know what we're gonna do. We have to reorganize everything. We have to cover it, but for now, that's how it looks. This is our storage, or our tools. Come with me, I'm gonna show you the galley, or how you will call it in the house, the kitchen. I'm still learning all the terms. I'm pretty new at this, so bear with me. So we used to have an apartment-sized fridge. We decided that we wanted to open up the space to the living room. We decided to buy a 4.5 cubic foot fridge. I think it's more than enough. And we're gonna also add a freezer chest. Not yet, but eventually we're going to. So this is the kitchen. All of this is gonna be completely different. We're gonna change the countertop, and we're gonna repaint the whole thing. We wanna move this a little bit so we can open up the space, but we'll see how that goes. So in here, we already have a little stove, which is actually a gimbal, so it moves with the boat, but it's in our storage right now because we're organizing, so we'll show you guys in another video. Here we have our dine-in, and this actually turns into a bed as well. It's comfortable for me that I'm tiny, but Jeremiah is too big for this, so it's not for everybody. And over here we have the V-berth, and right now it's just storage, but I'm going to show it to you anyways. Eventually it will be organized, but for now, that's what it is. So this actually has a small bathroom, and I'm going to show it to you guys. It's actually a wet head, and once Jeremiah gets in here. Here we have the shower, or where the shower is supposed to go. We have the sink and the toilet. It's not really much space, but... And under this pile, there's a bed. And also we have some extra storage down there, if you can see it. But again, for now, it's just storage. So eventually we'll show it to you guys once we have it more organized.
All right guys, so if you come with me, we can check out the rear stateroom here.
Ignore our super nice Ford thing. We run out of reflectix.
So this is captain's quarters. That's me, your captain.
What about me?
And Lisa is our first mate.
Thank you.
So if you come down in here, you can see I have tools and crap everywhere. But if you look right here, the old bed platform was only made for a twin. And obviously the two of us are not going to try to cram ourselves into a twin mattress. So I made this extension off of the original platform so we could fit a full-size mattress. And then once we were laying down on it, relaxing after finally finishing a lot of projects, we realized we don't have enough headroom right here once the mattress is in there. So I'm actually going to have to remove this and rebuild it 7 inches lower to make this the height of the top of the mattress. And over here we have a second bed, which is going to become storage. We have to keep, I can't just remove all of this stuff, which would be awesome if I could, but we have like our black holding tank right here, our plumbing is over there, and then our water heater's over here so we can have nice hot showers. Speaking of showers, if you come with me, you will see the master bathroom, or head as you would call it on a boat. So we have the saltwater toilet here, a freshwater sink, and a freshwater shower. So a lot of people have asked us what happens when you use the toilet, where does it go? A lot of people just don't know this. They think that we have a bucket or something that we, have to carry that across the marina or dump it into the water. We don't have to do that. We have right here a holding tank that holds all of our waste from the toilets and the showers, that everything goes into here, and then once it's filled up, we have an alarm that goes off on our dash. We take it over to the pump out station, hook up a hose to it, and then they vacuum it out, and then they go and they dispose of it for us. And a lot of places do that for free. So right here we have just a little bit of the mechanical stuff, like our two rudders and our hydraulic steering. This is all going to get covered up with nice thick plywood, so it can become almost like a sitting area, so we can get dressed in the morning or whatever. And then right here we have our main closet, which is right now is just tool storage and engine fluid storage, like oil and transmission fluid. So we do have some privacy. I know you can see this big hole up here. Once the door gets shut, we actually have that lid right there that closes and keeps out the light and keeps out the noise if we have visitors or guests, or if one of our neighbors is just being extra loud. We do have a little bit of extra privacy there, as well as we are going to be making window covers for all of these port lights all the way around.
We do have a lot of them, which is very nice to have all that additional light.
And right here above us, we have a hatch that lets in some breeze, and you can actually see the AC right there. So this lets in some airflow for us. So we can have this hatch open and then open any of these windows that have these wing nuts on them. Not all windows do, like these two rear windows don't have them, but these windows do, this one does, and then up in the kitchen, all of those windows have these wing nut screws, so we can actually open the windows and get some cross ventilation going to keep things cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. We found this boat in its almost current condition. It was right inside of our budget, right at our max that we wanted to spend, and we're going to be doing all of our own renovations to help save some money so that we can start traveling sooner. Instead of having a marina or a boatyard do the work for us, we're just going to suffer through it, and you guys can follow along at home and watch as we make, I'm sure, many mistakes, and we can all learn together.
One of the things that we liked about this boat is that it was pretty much empty. We had no walls, we had nothing. So we can actually do it our own style, which that's what we wanted to do. We didn't want to have like an old looking boat. It's actually going to look like a house style, so I am super excited. If you want to see the things that we do in our boat, go ahead to our social media. I regularly post our DIY and everything that we're doing to get this boat looking amazing. So don't forget to
like and subscribe.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.